Hey, what's going on, everyone? Mike here with the watch list video for Monday, January 29th. The SPY put in a very narrow range, but still hanging out near all-time highs. And I'm going to slide this over real quick. If you haven't seen this, pause the video and read it. Sometimes I read it, not reading it today. My favorite trade from Friday was actually over the mic called by me, which almost never happens. It's usually somebody else. But I was on the mic early on. I said I liked DWAC back, DWAC back through 36, which was on this green candle right here. You had the red to green. The way we define it is back through the open. So you had that above and then the earlier high above on a stock that I already loved, the daily chart. I think I had said in the video the night before was probably my favorite watch for Friday, right? And so you had a recent high flyer after a several day pullback. Whole number inflection point, red to green, high of day above, and it just absolutely ripped. From the 36 entry, it went to 40, 50. I actually sold some at the top, and that's another reason I'm posting this. That almost never happens. I got filled at the high of the day. On some, I wish all, right? But I scaled out on the way. But these were my two best sells, 40 and 40, 50. Trade worked like a charm. So what are we watching for Monday? Again, remember, these are stocks I'm watching for an intraday A-plus setup. I don't hold overnight, all right? So CRBP. Crazy move, closing well off its highs though. But if you're a day trader, that one's got to be on watch for the next several days. Again, looking for an A-plus setup like that DWAC, right? KOD had the big rip on Thursday and an inside day on Friday right near Thursday's high. So that's enough, even though it still feels extended, it's enough to get on my watch list. The BETS, you can't tell anything because it ran to over 11,000 back here. I'm sure that's a split adjusted thing, right? So what you have to do is zoom in on like 15-minute candles so I can show it to you. Let me pan out a little bit here. Maybe go to 30s. Oh, we can't see much. Anyway, you had a nice pop back here from somewhere around 360 all the way to 5, right? So that percentage-wise, that's a really nice move. You had a lower high the next day, lower high the next day, and showed a little bit of strength on Friday. So this is one sort of a sleeper pick. I'm absolutely not in love with it, but I am going to keep an eye on it because it is a recent mover. MOR, I actually called, I called this one on Friday. Five's buy zone, I was actually bidding in front of and below 11. I had a split bid in case it turned in front, and I love you guys know I love the whole number flush in the buy zone on a pullback. So I got like an average of 1099 entry and sold into this rally back up. So that was a neat little trade. The daily very strong, so we're going to put it back on watch for Monday. DYN got a big rip on Friday. We're going to watch that one. DWAC, I talked about that one. There's that bounce day we played. I still want to watch that one. As the same goes for RUM, R-U-M, which popped back here and did pretty much the same as DWAC. I want to keep an eye on that one as well. MDAI, nice volume for that stock, although it closed well off its highs. I do think this one rallied in after hours. Try to look on a different chart here. Yeah, it looks like it went up to maybe 390-ish, maybe even $4 in after hours before closing out at 323. So it did get some attention in after hours. I don't hang out in after hours on Fridays, or I may caught a trade in it. Who knows? But anyway, that one goes on watch. RNA, nice pop and a pretty strong close. Maybe a follow-through day on Monday. Airbnb, ABNB, I kind of put as horizontal line there where it's had resistance, and you still have a potential catalyst above right there from the summer. Anyway, nice looking chart. SGMT. This one had this gap up, and it's really fallen off a cliff since then, but it is in our zone that we look for between the 8 and the 20. So I'm going to put this on bounce watch one more day. My problem with it is everybody who's traded it on the long side and held it for the last, 5 sessions, they're all underwater, right? But everyone who had it back down here is green. So if it's going to bounce, I'd like to see it bounce on Monday, and hopefully we catch an A-plus setup if that happens. KURA had the gap up and then a lower high and a lower high. A lot of people might say, well, this gap has to fill. I've never been one of those people. So I look at this as a couple days lower after a big rip and a potential bounce play. And then MPU, Also, big runner, and now 4 days in a row down into our favorite buy zone between the 8 and the 20. So that one goes on bounce watch as well. That's it for me. I'll see everybody in chat on Monday morning.